Alright, YouTube, what's up? This is your boy Alex, and I'm going to do a video prediction on the Portland Trail Blazers, Damian Lillard and them Portland Trail Blazers versus Stephen Curry and those Golden State Warriors. Now, this is going to be a very competitive basketball game, okay? This is going to be one of those games in this series that's going to determine who goes to the NBA Finals and who does not. Now, a lot of you Golden State Warrior player haters don't like this team winning because they've been winning, they've been going to the NBA Finals 4 times, and Stephen Curry's already won 3 championships in 4 years, and he's on the verge of being on that same level as Magic Johnson. He's about to be on that same level as Kobe Bryant. I guess you could say LeBron James to a degree, but if he actually does what we think he's going to do, then he'll be on that same level as Michael Jordan. And he's already being compared to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant already, having already won 3 championships and gone to the finals 4 times. Now, if Portland is going to win the series, Portland's going to have to take the series just like how they took today's game against Denver. They're going to have to win the series in 7 games. Now, Portland is big. They are strong. They are fast. They can play 4 quarters of a basketball game. Portland is known as an offensive powerhouse. They're very dangerous when it comes to offense. Now, that don't mean that they can't play no defense. Now, they're good when it comes to playing offense and defense. But Portland is known as a powerhouse of offense. So they're big, they're strong, they're fast, they have offensive weapons, they have defensive weapons, they have a deep bench, and Damian Lillard is their superstar. Damian Lillard can compete with Stephen Curry at a high competitive level. Everything that Stephen Curry can do, Damian Lillard can do too. Damian Lillard can score 20, 30, 40, 50 points on any given night. He can play 4 quarters of a game. If the game goes into overtime, Damian Lillard will drop 50, 55 points. He don't care. The game could be 2 overtimes, 3 overtimes. If someone tries to be a smartass, yes, the game can go into 4 overtimes. They can handle pressure. And you've seen Portland can win a 7-game series. So if this gets pushed to 7 games, it ain't going to be no surprise because they can win 7-game series. They can win games in overtime, double overtime, triple overtime. They can handle pressure. My only 2 major concerns with Portland is that Damian Lillard and that other guy, I think McCollum, them the only 2 superstars that can match up with Golden State. So that might be their first problem. Their second problem is who's going to guard Draymond Green when it comes to being in the paint physically. I mean, come on now. They got some big, strong guys on Portland, but the problem is the second thing that I notice about Portland is they get into some type of foul trouble. And if they can stay out of foul trouble and if they can figure out how they go and lock up and lock down Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson from hitting 3-pointers from half court or at the top of the key with that deep range, they got a shot. Now, I'm not saying Portland is going to win the 7-game series and advance to the NBA Finals because the way this is going to be set up, the first 2 games are going to be in Golden State. And if I'm Damian Lillard, I better drop 35, 45 points in Game 1 and in Game 2. Because I can't see Portland come in Golden State and take Game 1. I see Golden State win Game 1 because it's Game 1 and they're in Golden State. What I see is a split in the series. Golden State win the first game, Portland win Game 2, and then Games 3 and 4 will be back in Portland, and Portland should be able to win both those games. And if they manage to somehow win both those Portland games and try to take a game in Golden State, that's asking for too much, and that's called wishful thinking. Because even if you could somehow win Game 2 in Golden State and come back for Games 3 and 4 in Portland, Golden State going to take one of those home games in Portland and tie it up, and then what you got is a situation where the series is tied 2-2. And then Game 5 would be back in Golden State, Game 6 would be back in Portland, and then if you tie it up 3-3, you're going to force a Game 7 anyway. So I see basically what's going to end up happening is it'll get pushed to 7 games. If Portland wants to win, they got to win in 7 games. And you see, I want to say they should end it in 6, and Golden State will take it in 7, because Golden State not going to concern themselves with losing one home game, because they have home field advantage. And you see, the reason why I say Portland's two weaknesses, McCollum and Damian Lillard, are the only two superstars on that team that can contest those shots. The problem is, even if Stephen Curry come out the game with Klay Thompson, they can bring in Draymond Green. Now, they got a break. Portland got a break because Kevin Durant hurt. And it's been confirmed he's not going to be playing much in the third round. So they got a break with Kevin Durant. But that still leaves Stephen Curry, that leaves Klay Thompson, and that leaves Draymond Green, and what's that other guy? Andrew Iguodala. I can't even say his name right. But that leaves them available. And they still have a strong bench on Golden State. So if Portland can somehow match with the bench and match up in the starting 5 and every step of the way in the 4 quarters, if Damian Lillard can do what he just did to Denver, they have a 75% chance of knocking Golden State off in 7 games. The reason why I say it's got to be done in a 7-game series is because for them to try to win the series in 6, it's wishful thinking, because you know Golden State going to try to tie it up and make it 3-3 and force a Game 7 back in Golden State. And Golden State can win a 7-game series. So, yeah, this is like taking a look into the mirror and looking at your reflection. Now, Damian Lillard is going to be challenged like never before. He's got his word cut out for him. He wants that respect. He wants his name in the conversation. He wants to be taken serious as one of the best premier shooters in the NBA. He's been in the NBA for about 10 or 11 years now. He wants his name in the conversation. Well, now this is his chance to get his name in the conversation. All he has to do is somehow figure out how to drop 35 to 45 points in games 1 and 2. Because if you try to score 20 points or 30 points, it ain't going to be enough against Golden State. He's going to have to drop 35, 45, and if necessary, he's going to have to drop 50 points. Because if they get behind 20 points or 30 points in games 1 and 2, they're going to be down 0-2 going back to Portland. And you know Golden State is good at finishing series and 4 games. So that's why I say if Portland has a chance to win, they better figure out how to win the series in 6, even though I said it should be in 7, because even if you take a home game in Golden State, even if you try to take 2 home games in Golden State has showed in the past they can win games on the road and at home. And let's not forget the last championships that they had, Kevin Durant was injured, and they weren't concerned about that. So they still can win even if Kevin Durant is not in the lineup. So that's the 2 weaknesses I see for Portland. For Golden State, I see only 2 major concerns for Golden State. The fact that there's no Kevin Durant is a big sign that they can be beat. I'm just putting that out there. The second sign is if Stephen Curry wait until the 3rd or the 4th quarter to turn on the juice and play serious, then you're allowing Portland to play for the first 2 quarters. And if Stephen Curry just plays right from the start, right from the get-go, play series in games 1 and 2, and not wait until in the second half of all the games that he likes to do. Because you see, you could do that for so long, and then ultimately someone catches on to what you're doing. And Damian Lillard does the same thing. He likes to sometimes, on purpose, I'll just take it easy in the 1st and 2nd quarter, and then on purpose, turn it on in the 3rd and the 4th quarter and light your ass up. So anything Stephen Curry can do, Damian Lillard can do. And anything Damian Lillard can do, Stephen Curry can do. So it's like playing against your own reflection. The only difference is Damian Lillard might have to stay in the whole entire game. And if he comes out, then you're subjecting yourself to a 20-point lead or a 30-point lead with the Warriors. So that's my prediction. I have a feeling Golden State still might actually advance to the NBA Finals. And the only way I can see them lose is if Portland somehow take 3 games. And that's asking for a lot, because you gotta figure out how you're gonna survive games 1 and 2 in Golden State, and then you gotta turn around and figure out how you're gonna take one of those games later in the series. So if Portland can somehow take 3 games from Golden State and not have it get to a game 7 where it's back in Golden State, then they can win the series. And Golden State would welcome that challenge. So both teams can win a 7-game series. The problem is, Portland might lose simply because of what I just said. Even if they somehow can match up very well, the problem is who's going to be in the post to stop Draymond Green. He's too physical down there. And Portland got some big, strong guys, but they always get into foul trouble. So those are two concerns that may cost them the series. As for Golden State, Kevin Durant being out is one of their biggest signs. So who wins the series? I'm probably going to say Golden State, even though I don't want to see them back in the finals. You just know it's going to be Golden State again. Portland, I would love them for them to win. The problem is Damian Lillard's got to be the star to play it. He got to play every game. He got to play because the minute he tries to get a break or if he hesitate, that's all the Warriors is looking for is for you to make a mistake. Then you make 2 mistakes, 3 mistakes, 4 mistakes. So, peace.